Okay, everybody, you've probably just seen the announcement coming out from West Ham. The breaking news is that Divine Mbama and Ben Johnson will not sign a new contract at West Ham United. They will both move on as expected because their contracts have ran out, and as of the 1st of July, they're free agents. They're probably in discussions with other clubs as we speak, and it's been probably the worst kept secret around at West Ham that these two players are potentially leaving. A couple of weeks ago, West Ham did announce the retained list, and on that website page, what they actually did say at the time was that they were in discussions with Mbama and Ben Johnson about extending their contracts, but obviously they've not come to any form of agreement. And to be honest with you, and I will be honest with you, and I think there's two sides to this. You know, when we're talking in the West Ham Network chat right now, and you've got the ability to listen to people and they say, oh, but to be fair, they've not necessarily proven themselves. And I suppose there's an element of agreement there, but there's probably the other side of things where I go, what did Ben Johnson do to be put out of the team and put out of the squad? And if you think about why he was changed, chopped and changed, I think that's possibly the reason. He was moved from pillar to post. He wasn't as versatile as people thought. But was that enough for West Ham not to give him, the West Ham born and bred lad, an opportunity in the team? Not so much. And that's the one I probably am more upset on leaving the club, is Ben Johnson, because I think it's few and far between when you get a young lad who's been through the youth academy, who loves the club inside and out, who wants to be there as part, you know, there's no ifs or buts about it. I think he would love to be at West Ham, but he's going to have to protect his career. And a player that's had the amount of appearances for the club that he has had, Premier League experience, League Cup experience, FA Cup experience, Europa League experience, and to go and get that experience costs you money. I'm not saying he's a world beater. I'm not saying he's the best player that West Ham can find in that position. Do I think he's a very good prospect still at his young age? Absolutely. So to lose him, I am disappointed at. In terms of Mbama, I think I had high hopes, but I think we as West Ham fans have a lot of high hopes with a lot of our young players trying to step into the senior teams. And this has not happened so much in the trajectory that we first anticipated. And under Moyes, he was never going to get the opportunity, and last season was probably his season to prove. But it just didn't work out for the geezer. It's expected that he could go somewhere like Sunderland. Sunderland seem to be snapping up a lot of the West Ham youth players, and Ben Johnson could be heading to Ipswich. I know money, and I know the game's all about money. I get that. And I think I'm frustrated more at the fact that I've seen West Ham give players who are worse, potentially even worse than Ben Johnson, a lot more money. Homegrown talent, young, squad player, loves the club. But anyway, we move on. We move on to the next chapter. We start looking at the next targets. We'll see what happens. Stay around, take it easy, and come on, you Irons.